Birmingham is a perfect place for getting active outdoors, and with an abundance of parks and open areas all over the city, these green spaces are the ideal location for all sorts of exercises, sports, and just generally having fun.
I think the perception of Birmingham is that, we are a grey urban city, and actually we are a very urban city made up from the industrial times, but actually we have beautiful, beautiful parks separating them. Our parks are one of our really, really fantastic assets.
With these great outdoor spaces in mind, Active Parks was born, a Birmingham City Council pilot scheme that's aimed at getting local residents outdoors and active for free. Created in 2013 and following on from the success of the multi-award-winning Be Active offering, Active Parks was designed to remove barriers that prevent people from doing exercise.
Be Active ran in gyms and leisure centres. Not everyone either wants to or feels comfortable about going into a gym or leisure centre. So Active Parks was introduced to use our parks and open spaces to get people active and taking part in physical fitness activity.
Active Parks couldn't have come at a better time because Birmingham has an obesity problem. 26% of our population is obese, and that includes nearly 1 in 4 of our 10 and 11-year-olds. Around 80% of the city's residents simply don't do enough exercise, with physical inactivity costing around £20 million a year. Birmingham also has significantly higher rates of death than the national average from preventable diseases such as coronary heart disease, stroke and certain cancers, as well as high levels of diabetes amongst its residents.
Physical inactivity is a real challenge in Birmingham, as indeed is obesity. We know for a fact that people who are less physically active are more susceptible to many serious chronic conditions, things like heart disease, strokes and so forth. And there's a real challenge, I think, for all of us in Birmingham, myself included, to ensure that we are a little bit more physically active. It isn't about becoming an Olympic athlete, but it is about just ensuring that you are living an active lifestyle, which is proven to benefit your health in many ways.
Back in 2013, Active Parks' pilot scheme was across 6 locations and was an outstanding success, working hand in hand with the Friends of the Park group to provide a whole range of free activities.
I think the parks in Birmingham are absolutely wonderful because they do all these free activities for people. There's things happening in many of the parks all the time.
I've just been rowing at Edgbaston Reservoir. I do it every week. I really enjoy it because it's a great way to keep fit. It's also fun rowing on tranquil water. It's quite relaxing in the morning.
I've done Tai Chi today. I enjoyed it, and hopefully next week I'll come and do some other exercises.
Well, I'm learning how to ride a bike. It's so cool because I get to be out in the park, and I've never actually come into this part of the park.
I've been taking part in Tai Chi and breathing exercises, and I will be playing tennis as soon as I finish this.
After a successful 12 months, the council had proof of concept and were approached by Coca-Cola, who were looking to create a series of outdoor programmes to encourage and support people to be more physically active.
So we wanted to work in partnership with Birmingham and with Active Parks Birmingham, because obviously it's one of the biggest cities in the UK. It's a hugely important city. It's a massively diverse community, and they were a really forward-thinking local authority. We know they'd done a lot of work on Active Parks, and they were just a fantastic potential partner. So yeah, Birmingham were one of our absolutely first choices.
And as a result, Coca-Cola Zero Park Lives, delivered by Active Parks, was created. With this new significant investment, the scheme expanded across 50 parks and open spaces in Birmingham, providing even more free activities to a broad cross-section of Birmingham communities.
Today here at Handsworth Park, there's a lot of activities for all the family to get involved. So there's football, badminton, basketball, cricket. We do a lot of activities that are suitable for the elderly, families, so no one misses out on any of the activities that we undertake. The main benefits are that all the activities are free and there's no real structure to it, so they can do what they want to do if and when in a beautiful environment.
I've come here with my son today, and it's given me a chance to get a little bit of exercise, and him as well, and to get out in the open and try some activities that I've never tried before.
Teaching adults to ride a bike was something that I hadn't heard of before. Coming here to the park and seeing other people as well, it motivated me. So many of us were in the same kind of boat, learning to ride a bike, but gave me the confidence to ride the bike because of other people same as me.
I've been going to a Keep Fit class at Munts Park, and there's no pressure, you don't have to book, you just turn up and just have fun, and you know you're in safe hands because somebody organising it who knows what they're doing.
As well as sports and exercise classes, Park Lives has also helped support community projects and events taking place in Birmingham parks.
My name's Esther and I come to the park all the time. I love Cotteridge Park. It's got such a wonderful community feel. We have Cocoa Camp, which is one of the best things in the year. Fantastic community feel where everyone comes out and gets to know their neighbours who they don't necessarily talk to every day.
Today we've been trying to clear some of the undergrowth that develop over the year in this meadow.
We always say that this Tuesday workout is just that, a workout. You never know what muscles you're going to have to use.
Whether it's raking up the grass or piling it on the brash piles, dead hedging, it's all useful exercise and very worthwhile.
Park Lives has delivered activities for families, for kids, for older people, for the whole community, offering something for everyone of all ages and abilities, providing more than just fitness, but bringing people together and giving them an opportunity to make new friends.
All sorts of different people can come together and meet each other here in a way that they don't do anywhere else. So it's great for that, and it's great for families to be able to do things together in the outdoors.
I think it gives us lots of confidence to do it together.
Yeah.
Which something I know myself, I would never have done it by myself. So if I can do it, I think anybody can do it.
I think the majority of us are in our mid to late 60s. We've got one person working here today who is, I think, 83. We have her granddaughter here who is 20-something. So it appeals to all sorts of age groups.
We have little social events as well sometimes, but we always welcome new members to come along and join us.
Another founding principle of Active Parks was to deliver fitness to some of the most deprived areas of Birmingham. Park Lives is not just getting people active, but bringing communities closer together.
Really, it's just about getting kids off the street and actually getting them more involved in diverse activities to broaden their acumen.
What I've seen so far is it keeps them active, it keeps the community together. Youngsters are meeting each other from different schools, different local schools. And you find that the young kids that do play football in the park, they're kind of like getting together and playing as a team. And also you've got the discipline side of it as well, because you've got professional coaches that are coming out to play football, and all our activators are trained up as well. So, you know, it keeps the kids occupied, it keeps them active, and they enjoy coming.
Actually, we've been here for about 3 times now, and my daughter, she's so happy after she finished this play, and she's go home and she's getting so excited what she's done. And when she finishes school, she knows exactly the time that she will be here, and she knows exactly what she wants to do.
Park Lives initiative has delivered phenomenal results, with thousands of people taking part in the summer's timetabled activities.
We've gone from people seeing parks really as a place to go for a walk or to take the kids on the swings and the slides, to now seeing parks and public open spaces as much more accessible to everyone for all sorts of different activities.
Unless they try it, they won't know what it's like, the changes it makes in your life, not just from a social aspect, from a health aspect, and your own self-esteem and confidence.
It's been fantastic, because actually what it's also done is it's brought a whole range of different people to the park at different times. So you've had mums with their babies doing the yoga, you've had school kids taking part in Zumba, older people starting to do the walk, and then actually realising that this park that they thought wasn't for them is a great place to come.
And all this good work doesn't stop here. Coca-Cola has given a 6-year commitment which will see Active Parks go from strength to strength year after year.
The arrangement with Coca-Cola is a 6-year partnership, so we'll be looking to roll this out across parks, across the whole of the city, and get people active and taking part in physical activity in our parks, which ultimately, of course, will be to their benefit, because it'll improve their quality of life. And what we want to do is capture the data so that we can demonstrate that investment in our parks and public open spaces and getting people active in those spaces has genuinely contributed to a reduction in obesity and an improvement in people's health.
Birmingham's parks provide a natural place for residents to increase their fitness levels. With Coca-Cola Zero Park Lives delivered by Active Parks, these outstanding environments can be enjoyed by everyone. Keeping fit, healthy, having fun, and it's free.
It's really important to us to be in this for the long term, and we've made a commitment up until at least 2020 to develop this as a sustainable programme. We know that there are probably quite a lot of barriers for people to be physically active, and we need to help them overcome that. So that's a long-term piece. Behaviour change doesn't happen in the short term. So we need to inspire and encourage people, but it's about sort of making it a habit, it's about helping them make friends so they want to go back, and it's really about transforming their daily lives. So it's really important to be in it for the long term. Park Lives is a national programme that's running till 2020, and it's run in partnership with local authorities all around the country. And the idea is to bring free, fun, activities, sports, but also kind of some conservation things, all sorts of stuff into the communities, into parks for everyone to take part in. Physical activity is really important to Coke. I mean, we've really had a long involvement and heritage in supporting sport at all levels. It's always been a great common denominator for people. It's something they can really enjoy, they get really passionate about. So we've always supported sport. We've always supported sport at the very grassroots of the game. But we wanted to do a lot more, because really it's also about encouraging people to have an active lifestyle, a generally more active lifestyle. And we know that when people are more active, they're generally much happier and healthier. And of course, happy, healthy consumers and communities is what everybody wants. So I think there have been a lot of really great lessons that we've learned. It's been a really incredible year, lots of challenges, lots of learning. I think the main thing is that we know that people really enjoy park sessions, that they love getting active in their parks, and when they come along and they try a session in the open air, I think it really surprises them at how much they do enjoy it. And some people, have never done Zumba in the open air, or have never kind of gone hula hooping, or maybe even have never ridden a bike before. And I think it's sort of discovering some of those really positive stories in the communities where people are joining in, taking a bit of a risk to join in, but then they're loving it, they're making friends. There's people of all ages and all backgrounds doing this, and I think that's a really sort of exciting thing that's come out of it. So I think we've also found there's people of all backgrounds and all ages coming together to join in, and we've had people from the ages of sort of 4 to 84 joining in the sessions, which has just been absolutely brilliant. So we think there's something really unique. Well, I think there's something really sweet about sort of outdoor spaces, because it's proven that, when you exercise or you're active outdoors, you have like an extra benefit. Your mood improves when you're in green space. There's a freedom when you're outdoors that is not the same when you're exercising or being active indoors. And I think, with parks, they're just the heart of communities. Everyone's got a park, more or less, within striking distance of where they live. We're really lucky in this country to have so much park and open space. But we know there's a lot of pressure on funding, and, we all want to take care of those parks and open spaces. So that's why we thought, what a great opportunity to kind of really help invest in parks as places where people can be active. They're really democratic spaces as well. Everyone can come to a park. It's free to enter. And you've just got so much variety there. It'd be great to kind of really develop Birmingham's ambassadors, I guess, for Park Lives, because we want as many people as possible to enjoy the parks and open spaces that you've got in the city. So we're really sort of, asking all our partners and all our volunteers, all our friends and parks groups, to just go out and encourage more people to join in. Bring your friends, bring your family, bring your neighbours, make some new friends, and just go and enjoy and embrace Park Lives in your local parks. So we wanted to work in partnership with Birmingham and with Active Parks Birmingham, because obviously it's one of the biggest cities in the UK. It's a hugely important city. It's a massively diverse community, and they were a really forward-thinking local authority. They had a fantastic scheme called Be Active, which has run for several years and made a great name for itself in terms of it being a really successful way of engaging people in physical activity. So Birmingham were like our first choice to start to work with in terms of working on Park Lives. We know they'd done a lot of work on active parks, and they were just a fantastic potential partner. So yeah, Birmingham were one of our absolutely first choices. In Birmingham, we've been really lucky in that we're working absolutely in the heart of communities with the Friends of Parks groups, and they've played a really invaluable role in volunteering and actually helping the session leaders. They're the guys that know the communities, they have great passion for their local parks, they love their local parks, and they've been coming out to recruit people, encourage people to join in, helping out the session leaders, and have really delivered like a completely unique role for Park Lives in Birmingham. So yeah, we couldn't have done it without them.